guys, it's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Firstly, on that marquee signing, slowly but surely, Erling Haaland deal is slipping away from Barcelona, and now the club will look for alternate deals. Right now, Salah, and more specifically, Robert Lewandowski are leading the race. Now, on Lewandowski, the operation looks possible, and he is the favorite right now to come to Barcelona, alongside with Raphinha. Of course, we agreed personal terms with him a few days ago, but now the big question is, what will happen in that winger position at Barcelona? Will Dembele leave or stay? Adama leave or stay? What about Dani Alves and Anthony maybe coming in the summer as well? But with those signings coming in, of course, there will have to be sales. Memphis Depay's future is unclear, Lenglet's future is unclear, and also the two players out on loan, Philippe Coutinho and Antoine Griezmann as well. And finally, we have some contract renewal updates on Dani Alves, and Roberto, and of course, Ronald Araujo. Before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes in this video. It'd be very much appreciated. And also make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. The first player that we have been linked with is Robert Lewandowski, coming in from Candacer. They've come out saying that in Europe, there is a talk of a very high chance for Robert Lewandowski's transfer to Barcelona being carried out. Negotiations are currently ongoing. Now, over the past, I would say 48 hours or so, the rumors about Lewandowski coming to Barcelona are intensifying. Some of the best journalists that we talked about yesterday's video, like Ronald from TV3, they're saying that Lewandowski has a better chance of joining Barcelona than Erling Haaland. Right now, Erling Haaland deal is looking at an all-time low for Barcelona. We have like reliable people coming out saying that, oh, he's already rejected Barcelona. It's between Man City and Real Madrid. We'll have to wait and see, but looks like Barcelona are slowly but surely falling out of the race for Erling Haaland, because of course his camp right now are asking for 100 million euros in commission for his agent Mino Raiola and his dad. Talked about that yesterday's video. On Lewandowski, he's like what, 33, 34 years old, coming to the end of his career. I mean, what the team needs right now is a young striker, a long-term, suitable person for that position. We don't need another stopgap. Now that this for me screams Bartomeu signing. I know Laporta had, it's either Lewandowski or nothing. I would take it, of course, similar to Aubameyang. I understand that there is a lack of, available young strikers in the market that's affordable and attainable. I understand that. But this for me screams the Bartomeu signing. Some player coming to the end of his career, chalk him a lot of money, and then he'll come to Barcelona for 1 or 2 seasons. I mean, I know after years of him, absolutely destroying us, and I don't know, man. I still think there's something in this that, we won't see this happen. But again, reliable journalists, reliable people around Barcelona are saying that this deal is very, very possible. But of course, Lewandowski's priority is to stay at Bayern Munich. If they offer him a contract renewal with the money that he wants, the length, the conditions, the variables, all that sort of stuff, 1000% he'll stay at Bayern Munich. But if they don't offer him a contract renewal, or they do, and it's absolutely shite, he will leave Bayern Munich this summer. So we'll have to wait and see. But the Lewandowski operation to Barcelona is definitely feasible. Now, a position for Barcelona where we've been delving in the market for quite a long time over the past few weeks now has been in that winger position. There is a lot of problems going on, a lot of dynamics to deal with in that position. Of course, the future of Ousmane, Dembele, Adama, Traore, and of course, a possible signing of Raphinha. Firstly, coming in from Sport, they've come out saying that Deco, who's of course the agent of Raphinha, is pushing hard for Leeds to accept Barcelona's offer for Raphinha. The club are convinced they will be able to sign the Brazilian at the end. Apparently, everyone on Raphinha's camp is pushing Leeds to sell him this summer, and more specifically sell him to Barcelona. But of course, the price is going to be very, very high. Javi Miguel from AS came out saying that Raphinha will only come to Barcelona if Leeds accept a player exchange or his release clause if they get relegated of 25 million euros. Adama will not continue at Barcelona if the Brazilian arrives. The continuation of Ousmane Dembele could stop the Raphinha operation. So, Dembele stays, Raphinha won't come. Adama Traore stays. That was where the question comes in. Of course, if one of these two players leaves, Raphinha will come in as that replacement. If both leaves, I have no idea what will happen. But again, if both stay, Raphinha will not come to Barcelona. Now, I'm seeing a few comments in the video saying that, oh, Adama's buy option is 30 million euros, and Raphinha is going to be more than that if Leeds stay up. Why not just buy Adama Traore? The club don't think that Adama is worth 30 million euros. They think Raphinha is worth that, but they don't think Adama is, and that's where the situation comes in. So again, Dembele stays or Adama stays. That's going to be the big question right now, and that will of course open the door for Raphinha to come in, and if both players continue, Raphinha will not be joining Barcelona. Now Sport have also come out saying that Barcelona prefers signing Raphinha over Antony from Ajax. Barcelona believe that Raphinha would fit into the team much better. He has experience in the Premier League rather than the Eredivisie, and the operation to sign him would also be easier. And that's a big, statement there. I think both of them at their peak, Antony will be better. Of course, Raphinha right now, you could argue is better at the moment, more experience in a better league, doing very well in the Premier League as well. Antony in a weaker league, he's showboating a bit, but of course he's been brilliant there as well. I like Antony. Hopefully he can come to Barcelona in the future. But as of right now, the club prefer Raphinha over the experience and the ability to play against top teams. And there will be a lot of other clubs in the race to sign Antony as well, which will make it more difficult because other clubs will offer more money than Barcelona. We don't want to get into a bidding war, yada, yada, yada. So Antony, very, very unlikely at this current moment. And Raphinha is the favorite to come in if we do sign anyone. But one winger who won't be coming to Barcelona this summer, and that is for sure, it is Dani Olmo. Sport have come out saying that Dani Olmo to Barcelona is almost impossible. Leipzig are not willing to sell the player. Xavi likes Dani Olmo, but right now Barcelona are looking to sign Raphinha. Now keep in mind, by the way, that Joan Laporta, the president of Barcelona, is also a big fan of Dani Olmo. I think at one point or another in the next 2 summers, Dani Olmo will be a Barcelona player because, again, the manager and the president absolutely love the player. I think maybe when Busquets leaves, maybe we'll see Jordi Alba leave in the next couple seasons. That's when Dani Olmo will come in. So keep your eyes on Dani Olmo for the future, but for the imminent future right now, this summer, 100% he will not be coming to Barcelona. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in this winger position. It is a big, dilemma for the club. If Dembele stays, Raphinha coming in will be difficult. If Adama leaves, Raphinha will come in as that replacement. If both stay, Raphinha won't come in. The real question is right now, if they both leave, will it just be Raphinha coming in or Raphinha and someone else? So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But this dilemma is definitely a situation to keep your eye on for this summer. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Now, a player who is still technically a Barcelona player who we haven't mentioned since he left the club back in the summer is Antoine Griezmann. Now, of course, the summer's coming up and Atletico Madrid will have a buy option for him. Reports are coming out saying that Antoine Griezmann has played 66% of minutes that he's been available for Atletico Madrid. For the 40 million euro buy clause to become mandatory, he needs to play 50%. So unless his role changes in the final stretch of the season, everything indicates that that clause will be triggered this summer. But Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Atleti plan to keep Antoine Griezmann next season. He has played at least 50% of minutes he's available for to extend the loan, which it currently does. The 40 million buy obligation will only become active after the second season. So we won't get the money for Antoine Griezmann until next summer. Because of course, this summer, if he plays every single second or whatever it is, whatever the case may be, Atletico only have an option to buy him this summer, but it will be mandatory for them to execute the clause to extend his loan for another season. So of course, he went on loan this season for a loan fee of around 10 million. They can activate another loan for another season, which will also cost between 5 and 10 million euros again. And then next summer, they must buy him in a mandatory clause for 40 million euros. So he's going to be on the books still. That's going to be the big problem. On paper, he'll be on the wage bill for Barcelona, but of course, Atletico Madrid is paying every single penny for him, but he's still on paper will be on the wage bill. So we'll wait and see. Maybe Atletico Madrid can buy him this summer. They have the option to do so. Of course, they probably won't. I'd say 99.7% they won't buy him this summer. They will of course wait until they have to buy him, which will be next summer. But of course this summer they will extend that loan for another season, so we will get a small fee for that. That's pretty much an update on Antoine Griezmann. Atletico will buy him at some point. The question is, when will it be, this summer or next summer? From one French player to another, the next player who could be leaving Barcelona this summer is Clement Lenglet. This is coming in from Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo. He's come out saying that Clement Lenglet will have to decide his future in the summer, also with the World Cup coming up as well. He is comfortable at Barcelona and has a contract until June 2026, but also wants to play regular minutes. Christensen coming in will make things very difficult for him. I think Lenglet will stay. I think Lenglet will be like, oh, I can fight for my spot, no problem. He's just going to be a Samuel Umtiti 2.0 in my opinion. But if he has the ambitions, if he wants to play, he wants to be part of that World Cup squad this November for France, he has to go out and get minutes. We could see a loan, but of course, a permanent sale would be absolutely ideal for Barcelona. Of course, that means our center backs will be Araujo, Eric Garcia, Piqué, and Christensen, with Mingueza and Umtiti, and then we have Lenglet as well. So we have 8 center backs at the moment, so some of them are going to have to leave. I think Mingueza will leave. Let's pray to God Umtiti leaves. The big question is Lenglet. He has 2 options. Go out and play some minutes, be part of that World Cup squad maybe for France, or be the 6th choice center back for Barcelona. Not go to the World Cup, definitely won't go, and maybe play a couple minutes here and there. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with Lenglet, but again, he will decide his future this summer. Now, another player who will also decide his future this summer at Barcelona is Memphis Depay. Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo again came out saying that Depay's contract ends in June 2023 with Barcelona. There is no option to extend it by playing a certain amount of games or some clauses like that. In the summer, his agent in Barcelona will meet to discuss his future, and there's 2 options on the table. Renew your contract or you will be sold. Ronald was keen in convincing Memphis Depay to join Barcelona last summer. Memphis was convinced of the club situation and agreed a short-term contract so he can collect a good transfer bonus if he leaves soon after joining. So of course, Memphis came in, 2-year contract as a free agent, took a big wage cut. He rejected a lot of big offers elsewhere as well, and now his decision will come in the summer. 2 options: renew your contract with Barcelona, probably for another 2 years, 3 years, or be sold this summer. If we do sell him, it'll be around, I would say, 20 to 40 million euros based on variables, bonuses. Maybe we'll do some agreement with another club, something like that, swap deal. It could be a lost situation, but the club will value him at around 30 million euros, I would say, in my opinion. We'll have to wait and see. I think Haaland will depend on it a lot, whoever that marquee signing is. If it's Lewandowski, Salah, Haaland, Lukaku, whoever it may be, they will definitely have an impact on Memphis Depay's future. But let's say, for example, that marquee signing will be a center back. Let's say, for example, De Ligt could be a right back. I don't know, like Trent Alexander-Arnold, just for example. Then Memphis will have more options up top. If we do sign a lot of forwards in the summer, he won't have any options. He won't be a starter, or at least the first option off the bench. He will leave the club this summer. So we'll have to wait and see. But again, similar to Lenglet, Memphis Depay's future is very much in the air. Now, another forward who could leave the club this summer with the complications of that forward department is, of course, a player that we already mentioned in this video, Adama Traore. Sport came out saying that Premier League clubs like Tottenham Hotspur are waiting to see what happens with Adama Traore's future next summer. The 30 million euro buy option is a stumbling block and complicates Adama's continuation at Barcelona. They hope Jorge Mendes can make a miracle. Again, Jorge Mendes will be very, very key in this situation. He's the agent of Adama, of Trincao. He owns part of Wolves as well and has a great relationship with Joan Laporta. We need some magic from him. Of course, Wolves right now don't want to buy Trincao. I mean, I would offer Trincao and Ricky Puig or Mingueza for Adama. I would do that 100%. I think having Adama at Barcelona will be good. Off the bench against some teams in specific games as well. I don't think he's completely useless, but I do think he'll have more value in the team than Ricky Puig, Mingueza, and Trincao as well. So we'll have to wait and see. I think if there's a swap deal possible with Wolves, I think Adama could stay, but if they only want money, if it's only based on money, I don't see Adama staying at Barcelona this summer, like I've been saying since he joined the club. So we'll have to wait and see, but again, his future is also in doubt. Now, the final Barcelona players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours, well, 2 of them are not even Barcelona players at the moment, is Jordi Alba and Sergio Busquets. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that David Beckham dreams of reuniting Leo Messi, Luis Suarez, Sergio Busquets, and Jordi Alba all at Inter Miami in the MLS. The former England star wants to build a project around them starting from 2023 to 2024 season and take MLS to the next level. I mean, I would go to some games, man. I would absolutely love to see this, but I don't think it'll happen. I would love for Busquets to retire at Barcelona, man. I really would. I would love to see Jordi Alba do it as well. I can see Jordi Alba going. I can see Suarez going. Busquets, I'm a bit on the fence with, and same with Messi as well. I think 2023, everything will be clear. Of course, his contract will expire with PSG. Suarez is a free agent this summer. I would take him at Barcelona for a year. I'd rather have him than Lewandowski. That's, a good shout there. But I mean, it's going to be really, really weird if it happens. Of course, they've even talked about, bringing back Iniesta. I see some of those rumors as well. I mean, that would be crazy. But we'll wait and see. We all know that David Beckham wanted Messi and Suarez and all of them at Inter Miami since he found the club back in 2017, 16, 18, somewhere around there. So we'll have to wait and see. He has big ambitions. It is possible, but of course in football, anything can happen. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, on the contract renewal of Sergi Roberto. Now, in yesterday's video, I told you guys that 99% or like 99.4% Sergi Roberto will leave the club this summer. But of course, that 0.6% is still hope for Roberto. Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Xavi insists on Sergi Roberto staying at Barcelona, and that's why Barcelona accept to negotiate with him. However, the position between the two parties is distance. Barcelona insists on the initial offer, which was very low, and Roberto wants a similar pay cut as the other captains. Now, of course, the other captains are starters. PK, Busquets, Jordi Alba, they play every single week, week in, week out. Roberto will be a bench player, and he wants to earn the same amount as a starter, even though he'll probably be way down the pecking order on the bench, especially with Ferran Kesse coming into Barcelona this summer. The club are not stupid. Even if Xavi wants him to stay, the club will make that decision. I can't see him staying. I really can't, unless Roberto will earn next to nothing. He wants to earn that squad role, that squad salary that Barcelona are offering him. He could stay. If he does stay, then see ya later, Ricky Puig. I think the club will probably sell him or let him go for free or something like that if Roberto stays. And also, Nico, his future will be in doubt as well. I think he could go out on loan if Roberto does stay. But of course, the main factor in this is the manager, Xavi Hernandez. He wants Roberto to stay. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. The club will talk with Roberto over the next few weeks and a decision will be made. The next contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Ronald Araujo coming in from Mundo Deportivo. They've come out saying that Barcelona clearly cannot match the offers made by English clubs to Ronald Araujo, but Barcelona's offer is close enough for the player to say yes to the renewal. Now, apparently, we've been hearing this now over the past few days that Barcelona have bumped up their offer a little bit for Araujo to around 5 million euros per season, previously from the 3 million euros per season. I think 5 million is very fair, and of course, let's hope now that Araujo will accept it. He did say he wanted a bit more money. The club had made a movement, and now it's up to Araujo to make that movement as well. Of course, a few days ago, I told you guys that Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo said that both the club and the player will have to give up a little bit for the renewal to happen. So far, Barcelona have done their part, and now it's up to Araujo. So wait and see what happens over the next few weeks. Hopefully we can get a decision soon. I would say hopefully by the end of April, but with this club, very, very unlikely as we are slow as hell. Wait and see. Optimism has risen over the past few days, and let's hope now Araujo will put pen and paper on a new contract. And the final contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Dani Alves. Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that it will be Xavi who will decide whether or not Dani Alves will stay at Barcelona next season or leave the club this summer. There is no agreement at the club due to his age and possible new signings like Mazzuari, but Xavi has always been a great supporter of Dani Alves, also for off the field stuff as well. I think if Dani Alves will take like what he's earning right now plus a little bit, he could be a third choice right back. Just have him there as an option in the dressing room. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. But of course, if the money is not available, you have to put the club first. But in the end, it will be Xavi. Similar to Roberto, he will try and push for Dani Alves to stay. If he gives the yes, Laporta will give Dani Alves a 1-year contract renewal. And then, of course, we'll see what happens with Mazzuari and Des in that situation in the fullback position as well. We'll wait and see, but Xavi does have the final say. Let's now discuss some of the news surrounding Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Firstly and quickly, on Enric Masip, one of the advisors of Joan Laporta, Mundo Deportivo came out saying that in addition to being an advisor in the president's cabinet, Joan Laporta also wants Enric Masip to join the technical secretary now made up of Xavi, Aleman, and Jordi Cruyff due to his experience and good harmony he has with them. Now, of course, the reason why I bring this up is that Enric Masip talks a lot with the media, and if he does join the team of Aleman, Cruyff, and Xavi, make sure you watch out to what he says. Of course, an advisor means he'll talk to the media, give them briefs, give them information, give them updates, all that sort of stuff. If he joins Aleman, Cruyff, and Xavi, keep an eye on what he says. So it looks like Enric Masip will get a promotion at Barcelona, and it will be because of his good experience and his good harmony with the president. Now, on the topic of Joan Laporta, he has done another interview, this time at the the Spotify Camp Nou, with rack 1. I'm going to go through it and discuss to you everything he said. It was an absolute huge interview, very, very long, so let's not waste any time and let's get straight into it. Firstly, we are very happy with Xavi. We play how we want and in what we believe in. At the beginning, he struggled, but it is clear what is going on right now is the right path. We have trust in the process. Xavi has motivated the footballers and started to implement his style. Sometimes when I'm at the stadium, I have to contain myself. I guess a few times I've screamed out Visca Barça, Visca Catalunya. I don't know, I have a lot of good memories from the stands. The thing is, I'm used to watching matches with friends. On Wednesday, we want to break the world record for attendance in women's football matches. Of course, tomorrow, the women's will be playing the second leg in the quarterfinals of the Champions League against Real Madrid at the Camp Nou. We asked the partners that if they don't want to come, they can give up their tickets. There is a lot of expectations for this match. We are very proud of the Barca Femenine players. They are extraordinary, naturally and authentic, and they make football that is genuine Barcelona style transform into a women's team. Is very interesting and attractive. They are the best in the world, and we have proposed ourselves the goal of 91,000 spectators watching the match on Wednesday. That is more than the Clasico back in October, so they can do that. Absolutely unbelievable. Now for some juicy stuff. The Spotify deal was done the day their executives were at the Camp Nou. Now I can't remember what that game that was. Maybe the game against Betis, maybe Osasuna, whenever that game was at the Camp Nou, when those executives were there, that's when the deal was done. But they asked us to wait for a certain period to announce it. Spotify won the name of the stadium, Spotify Camp Nou. I like it the other way, Camp Nou Spotify, but the deal was too good to turn down. So there you go. All the rumors about that, it's confirmed. There will be a sponsor on the sleeve. We have at least 6 proposals on the table right now. We are evaluating the most interesting ones and will make a decision soon. So again, sleeve sponsor coming in soon. Spotify was done the day their executives were at the Camp Nou. That was like, what, 2 months after it got announced. So credit to the board for that. Then he talks about Messi, and let's just go into it. Barcelona is Messi's home. I'd like for him to be the president at the inauguration of the new stadium. With Messi, the relationship is less fluid now. He is in Paris, and it was not easy for me. I would have liked for things to have gone differently, but I did what I had to do. I could not put the institution even more at risk financially. I don't speak to him like I did from before. People close to Messi miss Barcelona and of course the club. For me, his departure was more difficult to accept because of our personal relationship and more on the sporting matter. So apparently, Laporta was hurt more internally by himself by letting Messi go more so than Barcelona. So it hurt him more than the club in his opinion. I have not received anything from Messi or his entourage saying that he wants to come back to Barcelona. And the truth is that we are currently not considering it either. Now, Messi is Messi and he is a winner. So this for me, I've seen a lot of people go crazy on Twitter about this. Look, he's saying as of right now, we're not thinking about Messi coming back. Of course, he has still another year left on his contract. 2023 is where the situation gets bigger. That's when we can talk about it. Of course, this summer, they're not going to think about Messi. He's not going to come. All the stuff that's been coming out over the past few weeks. Oh, Messi wants to leave. Not happy in Paris, yada, yada, yada. He's not coming to Barcelona. Our wage bill is still pretty bad. And of course, we can't pay $100 million to PSG to let Messi go. That makes sense. But of course, the relationship between Messi and Laporta is not that good. They haven't talked since he left still. So we'll wait and see. I'm seeing a lot of people saying, oh, Laporta used Messi in the elections. Look, I don't think that's the case. I think he wanted to keep him. He didn't take it too seriously. He was a bit too slow with it. In the end, it cost us Messi. We'll see what happens in 2023. I think 2023, whatever happens, will determine a lot about Joan Laporta. If he goes for Messi, then Messi says no, then okay. Like, a lot of situations will happen in 2023, so I'll have to wait and see. But for now, Barcelona not talking with Messi, and Messi will not be coming back to Barcelona this summer. Talks about the league. I won't accept a second place finish. We have to win the league. We have a team capable of winning the league as well. Xavi can stay as long as he likes. I want him to stay for many more years. I want him to stay, honestly, as long I am as president. So Xavi going to be the next Sir Alex Ferguson? We'll have to wait and see. But again, of course, we're very happy with Xavi, whether we win the league or not. What Xavi's done with this team has been absolutely unbelievable. He was then asked, would you want to face Man City in the UEFA Super Cup final? Of course, the winner of the Champions League, the winner of the Europa League face each other. Do you want that game to be Man City versus Barcelona? And he said it would be nice, yes, but we're not thinking about that right now. We have to be Eintracht Frankfurt, and they have to be Atletico Madrid. So again, we'll have to wait and see. Talks about Messi again. It would be nice to see Messi playing for Barcelona in the friendly match against Man City as a tribute to Juan Carlos Untué, but it depends on PSG, of course. So this summer, by the way, we got like 5 tours, Joan Gamper, and the charity match against Man City for ALS research for Juan Carlos Untué. He wants Messi to play for Barcelona in that match, but of course, we had to get permission for PSG because he's a PSG player. Now, the big question is, will Messi say yes or no to that? If PSG say, you know what, Messi, you can go if you want to. If Messi says no, that for me will be big indications. But if he says yes, I still think him and Laporta can make up in the end. Contract renewals. Sergio Roberto could have renewed his contract at the beginning of the season. I don't know why he didn't, and to be honest, that was the time to renew his contract. Now, he's coming back from injury, which makes it more difficult to renew his contract. Apparently, Roberto is asking for a lot of money, like we already talked about a few minutes ago. Same thing. We offered him that contract. He wanted more money. The club said, look, you're not worth it. Adios, amigo. That's that with that. So we'll have to wait and see with Roberto. But again, very likely he will leave the club this summer. The only thing right now that could keep him in the chance of staying at Barcelona is the manager, Xavi. About Ousmane Dembele, as the same thing I said about Sergio Roberto, we made an offer and he rejected it. I really like Dembele, as I've always said, but if Dembele wants to stay, he has to accept our salary limit. His agent is a box of surprises. We like Dembele, he's doing well, and we want him to stay, but his agent, and I say this with all due respect, he was a real headache. So there you go. Everything the media is coming out is true. It was Moses Sissoko, that bloody prick that messed up everything from December. Dembele wanted to stay. He posted a thing on his Instagram story, the club badge. He got married. The Moses Sissoko just flipped the whole world upside down. So again, the contract is still on the table for Ousmane Dembele. The club don't want to renew Roberto, but they do want to renew Dembele. The contract is there. He wants to accept it, great. If not, he will leave in the summer. The negotiations with Araujo and Gavi are going normally, and we do hope to reach an agreement very soon. So again, with Araujo and Gavi, everything's on track. Normal conversations, no talks broken down, and hopefully we can renew both their contracts. He's then asked about swapping Trincao for Adama Traore this summer. He said that swapping Trincao with Adama is certainly a possibility. We are very delighted with Adama Traore. Again, we're not going to pay anything for Adama. Swap deal with Trincao, chuck him, maybe Ricky Pocher Mingueza for Wolves. And again, we are going to rely a lot on Jorge Mendes to perform a masterclass for us. The economic situation forced us to give Koeman another chance back in the summer. I did want to sack him, but again, we did not have the financial capabilities. Again, same thing with Koeman, just more confirmation on that. Then he drops the bombshell. We have already signed a midfielder and a defender already for next season. So pretty much he's confirming that Franck Kessie and Andreas Christensen are both done deals, as we already know. We have good reports on Raphinha. Deco is his agent and we have a very good relationship with him. He's not exactly an employee of the club, but helps us keep track of the Brazilian market. So Deco, not employed by the club, just doing Joan Laporta a favor and keeps out for Brazilian talents. One of them, of course, is Raphinha. We're all waiting on the court's decision regarding the Super League. It's evolving and it's going to be attractive. Again, Super League still in for Barcelona. We have offers for Barca Studio on the table and we are evaluating them and will make a decision very soon. CBC, they gave us an improved deal, but there are also other investment funds giving us the exact same offer. Anyhow, we have to get that done, of course, before June the 30th, because of course, that's when the books close for 2022. So again, Barca Studio, CBC, sleeve sponsor, all of that stuff will be finalized by June the 30th. As we all know, we should report profits of this economic term, but the financial fair play issue will still be a difficult challenge in the summer. So again, wage bill, not perfect. There's still some wiggle room in there, but again, it could be much better. Every big player wants to come to Barcelona. He's of course talking about, Erling Haaland and Lewandowski and Salah, who we will talk about very soon. Then asked about the situation of the CEO position of Barcelona. Of course, Fernando Roberto will leave the club. With the departure of the CEO, Fernando Roberto, I have now taken the duties of that. I'm at the club offices all day, working hard to close everything before June the 30th. Now, according to reports, alongside Enric Masip, who we just talked about, Joan Laporta, and also someone else named Oliveira, someone like that, all three of them are sharing the role of CEO, and Joan Laporta will not go and appoint someone else as a direct replacement for Fernando Werter. If everything goes well, Jordi Cruyff will be the technical secretary next season for Barcelona. So Jordi Cruyff will get promoted next season, but keep your eyes out on Ajax. They are looking for a sporting director and have been eyeing Jordi Cruyff for months now. So keep your eyes on Ajax, but anything other than Ajax, he will stay at Barcelona and become the technical secretary next season. Whoever wants to play for Barcelona now must show how much they want to come here by making a financial commitment. So again, Joan Laporta pushing that agenda that if you want to come to Barcelona, you got to earn a little bit less money nowadays. He was then asked, who do you prefer to come to Barcelona, Kylian Mbappe or Erling Haaland? He said, I prefer whoever wants to come play for Barcelona. So far, neither of them have made it clear to me. But what we did get were some economic conditions that we will not accept under any circumstances. So both players have kind of said, you know what, I don't mind coming to Barcelona. Here are my demands. And Joan Laporta looked at those demands and went, no, absolutely not. So Erling Haaland and Mbappe not coming, of course, unless they ask for less money. If they both go to Real Madrid, we are so screwed, man. I don't even want to think about it. But Mbappe, Haaland, very, very difficult to come to Barcelona because, of course, they're asking for a shite load of money. A top signing is getting the best player at the lowest price possible. You need talented players who fit the team, and we are already generating players who have a worldwide market. The new Blaugrana should be ready in 2026. The budget has not changed. Of course, there were reports coming out saying that Goldman Sachs don't want to pay for the Blaugrana, but Joan Laporta shutting that completely down. Couple more things now. Firstly, he was asked about João Felix, of course, one of those players alongside Dani Alves that Joan Laporta likes. He said, I love João Felix. There was a possibility of swapping him with Antoine Griezmann in the summer. João Felix's agent has known this for some time now that I love him. He's a great player, but Atletico don't want to let him go, and they are right. I mean, how could you say that now? Now, every time I look at João Felix, I know it's going to be true because you absolutely love the player. But if he swapped Griezmann for Felix in the summer, that would have been probably the greatest transfer in the history of this club. That would have been a freaking masterclass. Now lastly, he talked about Salah and Robert Lewandowski, of course the two backup options right now for Erling Haaland. Top players of course want to join Barcelona, that is clear, but I cannot confirm if we're talking for Lewandowski and Salah or not. In the club they tell me that I'm creating problems in the negotiations. So every time Joan Laporta mentions these players, the price just shoots right up, and that's why from now on he will not be mentioning any players. He'll be like, oh, João Felix, great player. Oh, Coleman, great player. Lewandowski, great player. That's all he's going to do now. He's not going to reference any players now because every time he does so, of course, the price goes up. And the people negotiating for the club, Aleman, Enric, Masip, Jordi Cruyff, maybe even Xavi, are now getting pissed off with Juan Laporta because he keeps on bringing up the price. And that concludes the interview. Very, 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 very long. A lot of information there. And again, it does show Barcelona is still in a critical state, but again, improving by each and every passing day. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys an injury update on Ansu Fati. Now, yesterday, he had his MRI scan, all that sort of stuff, his checkup at Barcelona's medical center, and he got the green light to train with the Barcelona squad. Of course, yesterday was his first training session with the first team in months, and having Miguel from AES came out saying that Ansu Fati's test on his knee went well and he trained 20 minutes with the group yesterday. He will not receive the medical green light to play until he completes at least 10 training sessions with the team. Right now, it is expected that Ansu Fati will return on April the 18th against Cadiz at the Camp Nou in La Liga. So Ansu Fati is slowly but surely going to be returning to Barcelona, and he'll be an important factor to have for the final stretch of the season. I can't see him playing until at least the end of April. I don't even think he'll play against Cadiz on April the 18th. I think he could be on the bench. Don't think he'll start the game. Don't think he'll play that many minutes. I think we'll see Ansu Fati back end of April, like that last game in the month of April. I forget who it's against, but that doesn't matter whatsoever. Ansu Fati, no risk will be taken. Of course, he has to be 5,000% ready, not even 100% ready, 5,000% ready. The club, with this treatment that he's gone through, do not want to take even a single risk whatsoever. So we'll have to wait and see. But it looks like in the end that Ansu Fati will play some minutes before the end of the season and help Barcelona achieve our objectives. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to firstly about that marquee signing, who would you go with? Haaland, Salah, Lewandowski, or maybe even Lukaku? Secondly, on that winger dilemma, what would be your ideal wingers for next next season. Raphinha and Dembele, Adama, Raphinha. Leave your thoughts about that down below, and also on the contract renewals of Dani Alves, Araujo, and Roberto. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.